Blanca Blanco has a memoir out called Breaking the Mold that she chatted up at her book signing at Chevalier Books in Los Angeles on Thursday evening. During a Q&A session, the actress commented on her past brushes with A-list stars. "He was a gentleman and kind," said the Tale of Tales star about Brad Pitt, whom she met in 2019 when at a private party in Hollywood for the film If Beale Street Could Talk. She also shared that the Oscar winner was shy and talked about how much he loved producing movies. Brad had not gone out much because he was in the process of divorcing Angelina Jolie and wanted to keep a low profile. A photo of him at the time was very rare, even if it was blurry and at an event. So the photo of the two went viral and she was in shock. "It just shows you the power of the internet, that one little photo like that can be circulated and all these assumptions can be made," said Blanca, who was in a Fendi dress and Balmain boots. "So what was Pitt really like? He was incredibly polite. I was taken aback by that, like a gentleman from another era," noted Blanco. "We talked for about 15 minutes about films and he says he loves bringing stories to the screen. He relishes his role as movie producer. And he walked me through the process a bit, saying he reads a lot of books and scripts to find the right content." Pitt has produced Moneyball, The Departed and 12 Years a Slave, to name a few. But there was no romance. No, there was no flirting or romance, it was just a friendly conversation. He was unassuming and almost shy, she added. "But I can understand he has not really dated since he split from Angelina, so everyone wants to know who's next. What is he up to? It's the nature of our culture." And when asked who the most real celebrity is that she has ever met in her 20 years in Hollywood, she said Lady Gaga. "I met her a few years ago when she released an album. We were at the Four Seasons Hotel," she said. "We have some friends in common, so she came over to our table and talked. When I spoke with her about acting, she gave me her full attention and she told me how much passion she has for acting. I was really impressed with her because she spoke from the heart and was so genuine. She was not a star but a real person, there was no wall, she was not guarded at all. I am happy to see she is having so much success, she was fascinating to watch in House of Gucci." Chevalier Books is located at 133 North Larchmont Boulevard, Los Angeles, California 90004. Breaking the Mold has become a bestseller. The book shares many details of her life, like how her father used to beat her with a horsewhip and how she was sexually assaulted in her 20s by a man pretending to be a movie producer. In the chapter about her sexual assault, Blanca writes that she was asked to star in a film by a small company. The Washington state native checked out the company and the man and everything seemed legitimate. So she went to meet the producer, who seemed legit and ready to work with her. But when he asked her to meet him on the film set in a parking lot, there were no movie sets or crew members, which made Blanca very nervous. She asked him where the staff was, and that is when he sexually assaulted her. Luckily Blanca was a runner in high school and was fast enough to run away from the man, but he caught up to her in her car and almost stopped her from driving away. The door shut on her leg, almost breaking it, but she managed to drive away, with dog open and leg injured from the man. Blanca went to the police and she later found out there had been other complaints about the man, but he was not caught. She told the story in her book because she wanted to warn other young women about wily con artists who pretended to be what they were not. Blanco, who dates actor John Savage, released Breaking the Mold this year. Last year she told Daily Mail exclusively about the release. "I wrote Breaking the Mold during the COVID lockdown, as I felt my story could help others because poverty and abuse has been increasing. I will take you on my journey from poverty to success and how I made it happen," the Mission Possible actress told Daily Mail. "I share and provide tools and techniques that worked for me," she said about her book, which is coming out from Britain Publishing. The Cannes Film Festival favorite added, "My book is an autobiography and I share about childhood poverty, abuse, and how I overcame it. I feel it will motivate readers if they are caught in a bad situation." She was isolated during her painful youthful, never having the support system she really needed, especially at school. "I never told my classmates about our poverty, living in a garage, because I wanted to be treated just like them, a normal kid. No one knew, not even the teachers." She also shared an excerpt with Daily Mail about the abuse she endured. "It happened when we were living in Mexico as children, but the abuse continued throughout the years. Her father was not loving," she said, "and instead he was an abusive father and husband. He used to beat us and used a shikota type of switch or whip used to control horses to beat us with," she shared. "He even held his gun to our mother's head and threatened to shoot her right in front of us. We were all scared of him, especially our mother. We were all crying and trying to protect our mother who he had pushed into the bed, and we were surrounding her and begging him not to shoot. His rage and uncontrolled anger was all because she was asking him to give her money to buy us food when he suddenly snapped. This continued even when we were older. He went to attack me when our mother was dying, but that time I squared up to him and dared him to touch me. Now I was older and not afraid of him anymore. He backed down, shocked that I challenged him." Blanco was born in Watsonville, California. At 3 years old, her family moved to southwest Mexico. Her father was a police officer there and was shot twice, forcing the family to return to the U.S. to, hopefully, live the American dream. Blanca was 9 years old. Her family of 7 lived in poverty for her entire childhood, residing in a small garage with no hot water, no shower and no heat while facing the frigid winters of Washington state. They then moved into a tiny trailer in a small trailer park, often with unsafe water causing sickness. She attended Chelan High School where she became determined not to remain in poverty. Upon leaving school she became the school's role model for younger graduating students and made a motivational video to help them. With the help of her guardian angel, a teacher who cared, she said, she achieved full-ride scholarships enabling her to continue on to college then to university. She became the first Latina woman in the area to go to college, working hard in order to graduate and continue her full-ride scholarships, where she took an Associate of Science degree from Spokane Falls Community College. She then went on to Washington State University, achieving a 4.0 grade average and earned a bachelor's degree in psychology followed by master's degree in social work from Eastern Washington State University. Her first job after receiving her master's in social work degree was working in hospice care. Deciding to follow her dreams, she moved to Los Angeles where she became an actress and studied under Gordon Hunt, Helen Hunt's father. She immediately landed many roles in film and television. The star achieved a Best Supporting Actress award for her role as Melanie in the movie Betrayed. The foreword is by Edward I. Burns, Ph.D. Professor of Social Work, Eastern Washington University.